Skate is, perhaps somewhat confusingly, the fourth mainline entry into EA's hit skateboarding franchise, Skate, whose original trilogy of games was released between 2007 and 2010. Just as the Tony Hawk's franchise began to go the way of the dodo, Skate swooped in and filled the void with its neat open-world, unique control scheme and hilarious ragdoll physics. And some 15 years after the release of Skate 3, a new entry is finally on the horizon, with many evidently hoping that it might signal a resurgence in the popularity of extreme sports games in general. Whether you're a ride-or-die skatehead or a total newcomer though, here's the full fat lowdown on everything you need to know about the game. As I'm Jules, this is FGS, and these are 7 things you need to know about Skate. Number 7. First things first, it's free to play. So let's tackle the elephant in the room right away. Skate won't be a conventional retail release, as in 2022, EA announced that it had pivoted into a free-to-play title. Free? Brilliant, you probably say, but of course, we as gamers know that free is almost never really free, and if a publisher is forfeiting an upfront fee, they're surely looking to claw back their investment somewhere else. And indeed, Skate is a live service title which will feature microtransactions for cosmetic items, which were somewhat controversially included in a recent closed alpha release of the game. Players can use real-world money to buy virtual currency called San Vansterdam, which can then be used to purchase myriad items from the Skate store. Microtransactions certainly need not be the root of all evil when they're implemented responsibly, though it's also worth keeping in mind that when Skate launches, developer Full Circle has promised that the game won't include any pay-to-win mechanics, loot boxes, or paid gameplay advantages, and hopefully they'll stay true to that. Number 6. Welcome to San Vansterdam. Shifting away from the setting of San Valona and Port Caverton in the previous games, the new Skate will instead be set in the whole new city of San Vansterdam, a rather blatant portmanteau of San Francisco, Vancouver, where Full Circle is based, and Amsterdam. San Vansterdam is said to be the sister city to San Valona from the first 2 Skate games. Though we've only seen a brief official glimpse of the city so far, it's certainly set to be another lush sandbox metropolis for players to lose themselves in, and one which will allow players to climb walls in order to explore San Vansterdam vertically as well as horizontally. Oh, and you'll also need to save the city from the clutches of a greedy megacorporation. Sound familiar? Well, it should, because number 5, the story. Last year, EA released a tongue-in-cheek video with comedian Tim Robinson revealing that though Skate exists in its own continuity separate from the original trilogy, the malevolent M Corp from Skate 2 is back, sort of, and responsible for more chaos than ever. In Skate 2, M Corp, then called Mongo Corp, bought up most of San Valona and attempted to skate-proof it, even establishing a private security outfit to target skaters. In the new game, however, M Corp is in dire straits. They've had a stranglehold on San Vansterdam since the 1980s, but their tireless pursuit of profit and alleged corruption has finally led them to being ousted, and so a new era for the city is born. But it's also a seriously messy one. M Corp has left quite the disordered void in their wake, and players are tasked with cleaning up San Vansterdam in order to make it an appealing destination once again. Quite how this will work remains to be seen, though hopefully we'll learn a little more about the finer details of Skate's story in the coming months ahead of release.
Jack, tissues, come on, pal. Ah! Faster. Let's get those.
Number 4. It's a living, breathing multiplayer sandbox. Now, the big difference of Skate's open-world sandbox compared to its predecessors is that it's going to be a living, breathing, ever-evolving, persistent world with a constantly growing suite of features. And this brings to life another divisive aspect of Skate's gameplay, that the game will always be online, meaning that there's no way to play it without an internet connection. The city of San Vansterdam is designed to change over time, and smaller group-centric events and activities will be continually added throughout the game's life. While the potential here for a vibrant online ecosystem speaks for itself, long-time Skate fans are certainly a touch nervous about this striking change, especially as the prior games were all easily playable offline. On one hand, this decision is somewhat less concerning in a free-to-play game without an upfront financial commitment, but on the other, fans are still left at the mercy of a publisher who may or may not release an offline mode when the game's time in the online sun is eventually up. In an ideal world, the sandbox will allow for a skating experience with casual drop-in, drop-out multiplayer similar to Burnout Paradise, though at the time of press, EA hasn't yet confirmed this, nor how many players will even be able to skate together in a connected instance. Number 3. Skate comes full circle. Skate will be the first game in the series not developed by EA Black Box, which was ultimately shut down in 2013, just a few short years after the release of Skate 3. Skate will instead be helmed by Full Circle, a new studio out of Vancouver, British Columbia, which includes numerous ex-Skate developers among its number, including franchise franchise creators Darren Chung and Cuz Parry. It's certainly encouraging to know that the folks who brought the series to life in the first place and shepherded it to cult success are back in the saddle. And with former Xbox Live GM Daniel McCulloch leading the studio, Skate is hopefully positioned to have a smooth, frictionless online launch. In the very least, the personnel make a firm statement that Skate won't be an in-name only entry into the franchise that lacks the soul of the OG trilogy. Number 2. Build skate parks with your friends. In addition to touting an always online open world, Skate will reportedly also heavily incentivize creation and, more to the point, co-creation with other players. According to a years-old report from reliable leaker Jeff Grubb, a core tenet of multiplayer will be the ability to build a skate park in real time with other players and then free skate together on it. Basically, players can collaborate, hurling whatever they want into the mix to create some potentially wild concoctions. Grubb went on to say that he'd heard consistent praise for this mode from alpha testers who called it a standout feature of the game. It certainly sounds like a creative way to reimagine skate for our interconnected modern era and will hopefully go away towards justifying that polarizing always online requirement. And number 1, the release date. And finally, there's the ever-pesky matter of Skate's official release date. The game was first announced by EA way back in June 2020, and so fans have been patiently waiting to put digital canvas shoes to digital board for basically an entire 5 years. Last year, EA announced that Skate was expected to launch in early access for PC and PlayStation and Xbox consoles sometime this year, but at the time of press, we're still without a concrete release date or anything beyond that vague 2025 release window. And so, it's likely that Skate will begin its early access period in the latter part of the year. For anyone understandably anxious that the game could slip to 2026, it is worth noting that Skate has been part of EA's playtesting service since last September, and leaked footage from the playtests suggests that it's in a deep state of development. And hopefully this will mean that it will launch just a mere matter of months after early access ends. But just to be safe, cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross everything you can, because I really want to play this game soon. And there we go, my friends. Those were 7 things you need to know about Skate. Hope you enjoyed that, and let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. As always, I've been Jules. You can go follow me over on the socials, which are at RetroJ, but the O is a 0, over on Instagram and Blue Sky. Hope to see you over there, my friends, and hope that you're treating yourself well with love and respect, because you deserve the bloody best, alright? Now go out there and smash it. Or, hopefully, Skate will release soon and we can stay in line and thrash it. Yeah, nice.